really like this song. It's a good one. It's kind of sad. It's a little bit melancholy. It's making me a little sad. You're just like walking through the neighborhood. Life is yours. How's it going, buddy? Does this song make you a little melancholy and sad? It's a bittersweet. It's like you just picture some 16-bit game. You're just walking along. It's like a new area. It's like a late game area. It's over. I'm gonna do something unprecedented. I want to listen to that song again. Will it let me? Wait, can I not go? I want to hear that song again, but I don't know what I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. It won't let me go back. I can only replay. Had I been a little faster, I could have hit the replay button. That's a sad story. I bet if I paid money. Oh man, I really just want to hear it one more time. I want it to bring tears to my eyes. Can I most played track, Watching the Dance? What is that? Recent listens, Overcome. It doesn't show. It doesn't show. That's not the right song, is it? Is this it? I don't think this is it. I guess we'll find out. Hi, hello. Is the stream freezing in a weird way? Maybe it's just my eyeballs. Okay, so I want to work on. I said I wasn't going to do this, and then I did it. I think that's what this is. Let's see. I'm so good at talking myself out of something, and then talking myself into it, and then out of it, and then into it 7 million times. But I got some cute little audio. These cute little audio coupling transformers. And they're supposed to let me isolate. It's ground isolation. I don't understand it very well. I mean, I don't understand the details because I haven't tried. But the general idea is that right now, or previously, the audio circuit was sharing a ground with the Raspberry Pi because, you know, you got to share grounds. And that was causing everyone to be upset. Although now that I have these in my hand, will these actually solve the problem? Because, Terry, how's it going, buddy? I'm glad you're home safe. Did you have a good time in Manchester with your Manchurian brother? Okay, I mean, maybe these audio transformers aren't the solution, because I just realized maybe train delays. Only 2 hours? There was just I just accepted it. I don't take Amtrak much anymore. There was a time that I took it pretty regularly between Seattle and Portland. It's a beautiful train ride, but you know, America and trains. So it was kind of guaranteed the train would always be late and always be delayed. But now there's a bus that's like $15 or something, and the train got more expensive and the bus got cheaper. The train's nicer for sure. Anything other than a plane. I hate flying so much. And it's not fear of flying. I've flown 7 million times. That's true. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. Britain is a small place. Let's pick some wallpaper. Flying is just so... It's like you're treated worse. It's not like you're treated like cattle. You're treated worse than cattle. Like, everything is expensive. Everything is like designed to maximize profit and minimize comfort. And then you're treated like a criminal when you walk in. I just hate everything about it. Flying is so miserable. The seats are so uncomfortable. Getting to the airport, dealing with the flight, getting back from the airport. It's all so bad that whenever possible, and it's unfortunately not frequently possible, but whenever possible, I take a train. Like even in the Northwest, sorry, Northeast, I've taken a 9-hour train from Pittsburgh to New York rather than a flight, and I still feel like I came out on top. I mean, one, it was dramatically cheaper, of course, and then two, the airport in Pittsburgh is far from the city. The airports in New York tend to be are not the most convenient places on earth, depending on what you're using and from where you are coming, but it probably would have been like a 6-hour door-to-door ordeal in New York anyway, or flying to New York anyway. Okay, so I don't really know what I'm doing here, and I'm realizing as I sit down, maybe I know even less of what I'm doing here. See, that explains. Now I'm wondering if I've chosen the wrong. Okay, here's what I was thinking I needed. But maybe it's not. I got these little audio transformers, but maybe... Draclin, it's so snowy. How did this happen? Snow everywhere. How's it going? I just have never bothered to properly learn anything. Anything here. So what I had thought was that this went essentially across the audio signal. Which, this is an isolation transformer, so we want to do this thing. But now I'm thinking like, oh wait, was that actually the problem? Because now I'm just, or was it the common ground of powering the amplifier? Dracon, what have you been up to lately? How's your zombie space train game? I gotta figure out what to do with myself. I have taken some months off from commercial jobs because I don't want to do them, but I'm not. Money has not magically been appearing in my account. I know you're shocked. Looks like. I mean, that's certainly the audio signal, right? Have I made an error? Where's Life is Yours to give me some fake electrical advice? I mean, that's easy enough. That I get it. Conceptually, across the audio source. Fake. I don't. Is that how I get you to engage with chat? You're an electrician, but not an electrical engineer. There's a slight difference, right? How are you handling your save load? I know I'm just gonna say slightly insulting. Wait, electrician and electrical engineer are not the same thing. They're not the same thing. It's all just wire. It's true. There's just electrons going places. Okay, here's the thing. Life is Yours. My electrons are dirty, and I want to clean them up a little bit. So I got these isolation transformers, thinking I would do this. Like, oh yeah, isolation transformer right here, easy peasy, no problem. Well, wait, that's even weirder though. Does it actually go? Where did these go? Where did these go in the circuit? Yeah, it's a series of electrical tubes of electrons. I don't know, because things are wrong with me. I just sometimes use my brain to think about like how I would explain certain things, because I've never liked the water. Every like metaphor for explaining electricity uses water to explain it, but then there's always a bunch of caveats. So, oh, is that? Well, that's not what I'm trying to do. Is this impedance matching step down transformers? What? I want to... Okay. What am I doing here? That's from the signal source. That's between the signal source and the amplifier.
System.
Yeah, this is bad. This is what I have. Badness. We got this isolation transfer. What's with these two grounds? And why is there's... What is with these resistors? But that's what I want. I just want to see... Show me the circuit. Show me it. Okay, but I think that kind of answers my question, that I have that this transformer, which is what I thought. You want to do that before the amplifier, right? But what is the... Okay, here's a hand-drawn circuit, so this got to be good, right? Oh, what? Okay, 100 ohm resistors, that I can do. Okay, my understanding, here's my understanding. As a person who doesn't know what they're talking about or doing, this looks to me like before we hit the amplifier, we want to use these little cute baby transformers, right? Does that sound good? Life is yours, Draclin, Terrier Darts. How do I get money? Should I get back to monetizing heat? Was that a good idea or a bad idea? I don't know. Okay, cute transformer. Cute transformer. How are these wired, by the way? Wait, what are the pins? How do I know? OnlyFans. Draclin, is the answer to have a job? Because I'm definitely not doing that. I'm definitely not going to get a job. Okay, what's the answer? I'm ready. Terry Dart says OnlyFans. I think I'm not... It's sad to say, but, you know, sometimes you have to let go of your illusions. I may be past my OnlyFans prime. When I was 22, 29, maybe. What do you think the divide is in here? Like what is this? What are the pins? I mean, I love their little arrangement of it, but it would be more helpful if they would tell me about the pins. I mean, I'm sure. Okay, Transformer. Is this just a standard thing where all? How do you? Which side is which? I mean, my assumption would be, yeah, okay. My assumption is that the big bar in the middle is the dividing line, but I guess we'll. Okay, so that's going to be my left channel and right channel audio. I mean, I have the best fans, obviously. Are you my fans? That sounds weird to say. You're my internet friends. Only friends. Onlyfriends.com. You're my onlys. You're my one and only. Okay, so like this. I mean, Dracula Life is Yours. You two have been around for so long. Okay, here. Let me put this question another way. You see me do a lot of things. You see me stream a lot of hours and a lot of different things. What should I be streaming? Should I stop all this stuff? Should I just do a game? Here's what I was thinking of doing. I have this game that I prototyped like 10 years ago that I think was pretty cool, but it was like a little weird to interact with. I don't even have any video of this game. But the idea is you have this polyhedron floating in space, and it's almost like reverse breakout, but projectiles come in from all directions spherically, and you have to orient it such that you're like bouncing them off the right colors or whatever. It was an interesting prototype, but it was really hard. But I think that in VR or in AR, it actually might be kind of good. Like, I think it could be a VR game or an AR game, and I think I could certainly up the graphics from here. Would anyone care? I don't know. And I was thinking of using Watcha to make the music. That was another thing that stopped me. There was a Twitter person years ago who made some music for the game free, which was really cool of them. And it was good. There were good tracks, but I can't really justify paying a musician for tracks for this game. I mean, at least to start out, I could start with Watcha and maybe switch to authored tracks at some point. This thing is crazy, this generative music app. Okay, what are we doing? This is annoying for sure. So let's try to clean up the nightmare mess that is my desk. Let's plug this in. Do you recognize that word? Do you recognize? I don't know that that's a very common word. I also don't know if I chose the right spelling. But it is it is a watch term. I still believe in my heart that like Apple Watch is just a secret like sleeper gesture device for when their AR platform comes out. That's my secret assumption. It's not that much of a secret. Okay, so how do we do this? My desk is like wire spaghetti. There are too many projects. And now it's snowing. I was even thinking like, okay, it's time to like clean things up, you know, get my life together, get out there. Spring cleaning, but it's snowy, so it's not spring. Okay, so let's just start by making sure we have audio at all. While we wait 30 seconds for the stupid Raspberry Pi to boot. I hate Raspberry Pis. I was thinking this morning that I should, do a 10-year anniversary edition of the Beatbox and then not use Raspberry Pi in protest. No one would care. No one would care but me. I would care. That's weird. How do I get a LaCie cable? That can't be the cable that came with that. This is so slow to boot. Is it broken? I don't know. Can't believe Draclin said I should get a job. What an insult. What an insulting statement. Job. What if I had to? Can you imagine? I might have to. The reason I'm surviving is just because clients are so slow to pay. Like, you know, that Amazon still, presumably I'm going to get paid by Amazon in April. So I'll be able to pay my rent in April at least. Did this work or not? Let me do the speaker test. Life is Yours loves his job though, for now. I don't want to put a curse on it. I won't even say that. Sorry. Where's that speaker test?
Front, left.
Okay, we have audio. God, it's just that slow. Okay, so that is with audio that is done by professionals. Now let's try my amateur audio, which is these bad speakers. I know I said I was going to return these. I didn't. I didn't return them. I kept them. In fact, I bought more things. This is like sunk cost fallacy in action, happening right before your eyes. I want a workshop. I want more tools. I want more equipment. I want a laser cutter. Why didn't I just like make one good investment when I was young? How did I miss the mark so badly? Okay, so are we gonna even try to power this with the same power? I guess that's... I'm actually confused by that. Like the resistors on ground, I don't really know what was going on there. Okay, I think sleeve is ground. And I don't know. Ring is left, something like that. So does that mean that I just hook... Where's the hand cam? Okay. So does that mean I just go like this? Okay, let's do it without it first. And the left channel was what? I don't know. It looks like right channel, but I don't care. Right channel, that's fine. Right channel, ground. And then we needed the speakers as well. Where do you think I might have put a more little clippy? Okay, and then so these go... I don't remember. Negative, positive. Is that left or right? Right out is the very end, and the very end is negative. The blue will be negative. Yellow will be positive. And we'll hook this up to positive. So I'm expecting this to sound terrible. I have no sound at all because I didn't power the board. So now we have to also power the the thing. So we will do, let's power it with the Pi. If I can remember, I think it was that pin and that pin. I'm gonna probably accidentally reboot the Pi. It's a hobby of mine. Well, is that a voltage divider? That's a voltage divider, right? Or that's not quite the right form of a... Yeah, a voltage divider, but I don't want a voltage divider. And this wasn't wired as a voltage divider, was it? I don't know, I have to go back and look. I don't think in that circuit... Well, who knows where it is now, it's probably lost forever. I understand a voltage divider. That didn't seem like what was going on. I mean, like... And we're never going to find that circuit ever again. Or will we? Where was it? It's one that had two. It's one that actually labeled the resistors. They were 100 ohm, which gladly, thank God, I didn't use the 100 ohm resistors the other day. Like Binary tried to talk me into. To like imagine using my consumables, like actually using them. No way. Like this, there's no resistors in here, but this doesn't really show. That ties those grounds together. But that's not really the ground from the device, you know. Like I feel like a lot of these things assume that your power is coming from somewhere else, and that's part of my problem. But let's just do this and see what happens, and then we'll play the fun game called musical resistors, where we just start putting resistors places. So I think power goes here. Whoa. I can hear the noise already. Because ground, I'm already getting ground through the... Okay, that sounds like absolute hot garbage. And I'm gonna make you listen to it. Can you hear that? Kind of a good sound effect. Should be a video game Foley artist. That's actually what I should have done. When I went to, let's take a moment for regrets in life. When I didn't go to college when I was a teen or early 20s. I went to college a bit later, and I'm gonna just try this. So we're gonna try to go through this transformer more than meets the eye. And I think I just shorted the Raspberry Pi, but who cares? I wasn't, so yeah, 25, 26, I decided like, all right, I'm gonna go to school now. I've decided to do this. I've decided the time is right. And up until the last minute, I was really uncertain. Like, do I want to go to school for design, or do I want to go to school for music composition? Okay, don't touch that, apparently. And I mean, it really was, I just didn't know. I just didn't really have an idea one or the other. So right ground was here. But in the process of preparing my portfolio, oh my gosh, did it work? I wouldn't call it good, but it's not terrible anymore. Anyway, in the process of preparing my portfolio, I got into it, and I was like having a good time doing my design portfolio, and I did put together, I think I put together a CD of composition stuff, but I ended up not even applying to the composition program. I ended up just applying to the design program, and I got in, and so on and so forth. Which, given the school that I went to, which was like super avant-garde composition that I think I would have hated, like it was very steeped in sort of like mid 20th century music shouldn't sound good. So I am glad I didn't go in for composition at that school, but kind of wish I'd done that. And instead of going to ITP, kind of wish I'd gone to like a music arts grad program, but okay. There's really weird stuff happening. like a weird whine almost, like a... I'm going to test it on this other transformer just to make sure, because who knows. And then I'm going to double check that I like don't have something backwards. Oops, that seems wrong. What have we done? Where's the... Okay, that doesn't sound good. Try it the other way. Somebody just fell down in the living room. That's supposed to be ground. Blue is supposed to be ground. Can't quite tell which. Oh, that's why. Anyway, all that is to say, there's some other world in which I just like made music for video games or something. And that's not this world. Yet. It occasionally does something like some kind of I can see like beyond a certain volume something bad happens. I can see it with my own eyes. Is this a place where I should just stick in some random resistors and random capacitors? You know I love random capacitors. That's it. That's a I'm on record as the, solution to all electrical problems. It's a healthy sprinkling. Oops, I just shorted out the Raspberry Pi. Gosh, this thing is so sensitive. Such a baby. So sensitive, and I gotta wait 30 seconds more. Really, it seems like it's a minute plus to boot. Oh, the poor Raspberry Pi. Can't handle anything. Can't handle rogue electrical spikes. Okay, sorry for ridiculing me, Pi, but not that sorry. All the jumpers are still in the other room. Are there any jumpers in this room that I can use? We've exhausted all the jumpers. That'd be annoying. So much packaging from all these projects. Okay, so I mean that feels slightly like progress, but it also feels like I'm searching for the metaphor to use here. It's like I'm stamping out one little issue for another to pop up. All right, I'm gonna grab some jumpers. Be right back. This is the wrong thing. I feel like there's like gotta be something just crashed. Am I still streaming? Desktop Windows XMI source. Mickey333, how's it going? I might have just crashed the stream. There's a Windows error popped up, but maybe if I don't click it, nothing bad will happen. Maybe is this video still live? Seems like it. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna keep going and just ignore that error. That's my strategy for the morning. Okay, so... Okay, cool. Thanks, Sneaky. How's your morning going? Or afternoon or evening? very like a view of the world through the lens of my own time zone. So I think that's not power. I think that's power. I think that's ground. Doing okay. Yeah, it's a pi. And I'm working on probably a foolhardy audio circuit here that's just going to make me mad, but we'll see. Okay, so it's really weird. Like beyond a certain intensity, which doesn't make much sense, really. Beyond a certain intensity, it just locks up, essentially. Yeah, so this is a whatever, PAM, whatever, a little audio amplifier. So to quickly summarize what I'm working on is I have built this little device based on a Raspberry Pi and Homebridge that lets me play music to control the lights or whatever. Like it's just music controlled home audio. Let's try one. Oops. Like I have stuff on the keyboard, so it's a little hard to see. Let's see, what is it? Okay, there it is. It's weird. I'm having like little power surges on the keyboard. I wonder if I'm pulling too much. Okay, that turns out the lights. It turns on the lights. Oops. Hey Siri, stream. So I'm just trying and failing, kind of. Because I want to build a little enclosure for it, so I thought like, oh, it'd be kind of nice to have audio in the enclosure. So I got these terrible little speakers and this terrible little amplifier, and it sounded terrible. Unsurprising, right? Because it was terrible speakers, terrible amplifier. And then I got these little transformers that kind of are doing the job. But something weird is happening at high intensities, which is a problem because like I want the volume to turn up. I mean, it really could be that these transformers are inappropriate, like that these are the wrong. Yeah, this little chip is the amplifier. I've never used this particular amplifier anymore. I think just touching that sounds great. Did I just reboot the Pi? No. Yeah, it's a PAM, whatever. I've built them before with little op amps. Do you think I should ask Nightly? Would you please amplify? Could you please? I just think that, I don't know. It was maybe naive. These were very inexpensive, so I thought I would just try it. I mean, aircraft power. What are we talking about here? I mean, I think I have essentially wired it correctly. The thing that I don't have is this. Is like 10K, like 100K. What is this? What is that supposed to be? What is this little, what is it? Hi guys, how's it going? I have to tell you, thank you for your suggestion of the grills. I should go get those because they turned out, I think it looks pretty good. In fact, let me go grab that and look at it because I'm angry at this. And we'll just look at that and look at something that looks good. And then I'll talk about why it's maybe a problem, but I'll be right back. But thank you for the suggestion. Okay, I need more stuff on my desk, obviously. So the suggestion I'm referring to is on the get this project out of here. Go away. I'm angry at you. Get out of my sight. Go over there. I can't unplug that. Okay, let's do this. Let's shut down the Pi. Unless I've already shorted it out. I don't even think I have the file system read-only right now. It's sort of a wonder that I haven't murdered the Pi yet. Shut down. Okay, so you're right. On the scoreboard project, we've been working with these panels. And something I was experimenting with, where's this guy? Get this cute guy. And let's get, look at that. It turned out quite nicely, I gotta say. After all the fuss, life is yours, look at it. Check it out. Yeah, so this is a grid of addressable LEDs. And I have a whole bunch more on the living room floor. How did I power this, though? How was I powering this? I guess I was doing this. Oh yeah, this questionable technique. BTF? BFT? It's something like that. It's relatively inexpensive. The thing you have to look for is they actually have two lines of these, whatever, WS2811s, whatever they are. These little addressable LEDs. They have the brand that's called the Eco brand, or like lineup, which is a little misleading because it kind of implies that it is like ecologically sound in some way. But I think that's not what eco means in that context. I think what eco means in that context is like economy, because they use cheaper materials. So if I was building something, you know, that had to be on top of a skyscraper or whatever, maybe wouldn't want to use that. Okay, so we want to power this. I'm just pulling this from USB. Okay, we want to power this, and then we want to... Do I give up on that audio? I really don't know. Wait, I already had a panel in here, sitting right there in front of my face. I'm pretty tempted to just abandon it. So white is ground, green is data, which is weird. Okay, and then I think these are all power ground, so this should just turn on. Yeah, okay. So I set the brightness higher, so the brightness is outrageous right now. So let me turn down the brightness a little bit. I mean, turn down the exposure on the camera. I'll leave the LEDs bright. Okay, so I don't know what that Windows failure was. I like my lighting here, though. It's crazy how bright they are. Hey Siri, good night. Very ominous looking. I look like that wizard with the orb. You're just like admiring my orb. Okay. Hey Siri, good morning. I was drunk, man. Hey Siri, stream. Okay, so we had this, and then I was experimenting with just diffusion on top, which is, I think, is not bad. Like, I think this looks kind of cool, as long as the am I a South Park fan? Not really. I mean, I was in high school when it started, so I remember the first episodes, but I never got super into it. Is there something I should know? So yeah, so there's this diffusion, which works reasonably well as long as the diffusion material is like right up against the LEDs, right? Like it's got to be right on it. Is it scrolling backwards? No, it's just upside down. Wait, you sure? I don't think so. I think this is the way you want it to scroll. You want it moving to the left. Okay, so we did this, and then I made this little grid, trying, thinking like, oh, maybe I want to, this is the wrong grid actually, but maybe I want to sort of enforce more of a clean edge, or I don't know. Anyway, But obviously, the more you pop off, the more fuzzy it gets and the legibility suffers. So Kaga's had this suggestion of this kind of like grid. I would call this like a reflector grid or something, which is pretty cool and gives a very, why can't anything focus? Can you focus? 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 Let me try manual focus. Okay. So I'm pretty into that in terms of legibility, and I think it looks pretty good. Here's the issues. These are not fast prints, so I can print 2 at a time, but it's about a 2-hour print, and I would need 24 total. So I've printed 6. They could be little hearts. That's true. I mean, if it was for me, I'm with you. We could make like a little heart mask, but this is kind of a work for hire thing. So I'm reasonably into this. Here's the issue, and I think I just have to give it. So I'm working on this with my friend Sean, who owns a fabrication shop, and it's some signage for his studio space. I think I have to say that either we do the square pixels, which I like, or these are flexible, so we had talked about making a sign with a radius. The issue is it would be a real pain. Truly, it would be a real pain to do the this kind of like diffusion grid and have this work on a radius. Not impossible, but it would be really annoying and it'd be a really annoying print. And so I thought about that, flexible filament or some kind of like living hinge or something, but like I've already spent way too much time on this. So I think I have to say like it's an either or. So either if you like the square pixels, which I think I do, we can do the square pixels and it'll just be a million hours of 3D printing. Or we can do the corner radius and it'll be the circles. I'm pretty open to either. But all that said, it really got me thinking about, I have like, I've been wanting some kind of art piece back here of some kind. And I was thinking that it would be pretty easy to just make a panel. Not even these panels, but just with strips and using that. So strips in a grid and then a bigger diffusion grid with bigger pixels, I think would be kind of cool. So we'll see. I mean, it's one of those things that if this was a commercial job, you would go to the client and be like, hey, if you want this, it's going to cost this much. It's going to be an overage if you want to do this thing. So you can have this or you can have this. But if you want both, it's going to cost a lot. But since it's for a friend and I'm giving him a definitely like friends and family rate, and I've already spent way too much time because I keep adding new features, which is okay. Like I was hesitant to do this project, honestly. I did. At first it was 1 centimeter high, so I cut it to 0.5 centimeter. Below 0.5 centimeter, I cut it to 0.5 centimeter and bumped up by 1.5 millimeters. If you go much below that, it won't fill in the pixel anymore. Even with what I just showed you, you could kind of see there's a lot of fall off at the edges, where if it's at like 0.75 centimeters, you have a more solid square. So I tried to pick, after quite a few tests, after kind of a lot of tests, I tried to pick a happy medium of like printer speed time versus quality and so on. It is very dark. You're right. You are right about that. Boop. 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 Okay. So I'm going to just say initial feel. So this is going well. This is going pretty well. Other than the fact that I'm not really charging enough money, but that's fine. This is not going very well. And it's just a question of like, do I want to even try to make it go well? Or do I really, what I normally do, so the beatbox is probably the last time that I did audio amplification myself, 10 years ago. And ever since then, I just decided like, I'm just going to buy stuff. I'm just going to buy equipment. I'm gonna buy speakers. I'm gonna buy whatever because there's for me personally the the amount of time and effort it takes to get clean audio is like, why would I do that if I could just buy a thing? So, but I thought I would try this time and just see. I'm sure I could buy a more expensive amplifier. I'm sure I could buy more expensive equipment. But at that point, it's like, there's a certain point where you're paying a ton of money to DIY something when you could just buy the thing, you know? Well, so I'm going to build like a little fixture. Let's look at some ideas. So we can find this particular. That one's not the best. What were we looking at? We were looking at music, tech. I thought I had a board of these things. But I was just like, you know, I have a lot of projects where I want to start building objects, more objects. And I like this language of something in the realm. God, that is so beautiful. Teenage engineering, you're the worst. I mean, they're just so good. Everything is so gorgeous. So I'm really interested in this design language that is like a hybrid of mid-century modern plus music tech plus whatever plus whatever. That's pretty cool. And is that real or is that a 3D render? That looks probably real. These look like 3D renders though. So anyway, I'm going to start building little devices, you know. Like this is fake, but you could almost imagine this being the thing. My first version of this, I think I'm not going to have a keyboard in. You really could imagine it like this though, with mechanical keyboard keys. Pretty cute. Anyway, the whole statement there, I guess, is just I want to make these little art objects. I was thinking about the aesthetics of these art objects and almost purely for aesthetic reasons, even though I think it would be easier to not deal with the audio. I like a speaker grill as a design element, right? Well, I mean, kind of. I want it more like, gosh, what is the right thing to even show you? Let's see. I want like I want art fixtures that are also functional devices. So like that gets in the realm. There's very specifically these theremins someone made that have, these kinds of things where they're gorgeous objects. Like these are beautiful objects and they don't really look like technology, you know. So the idea, at least initially, God, look at that. Wow. I like the little grommet. I was thinking about grommets. God, these are gorgeous. They're really, really, really nicely done. Ugh, hurts my feelings. But I want to start working towards this kind of thing. Not necessarily this exact aesthetic, but these like, you know, kind of industrial design as art. And the trick is with this object, it really doesn't have any I/O. Like you plug a keyboard into it and that is how you control your home, by playing music. I could imagine in the future incorporating a keyboard, but that seems like it's a can of worms I don't even want to address for this first version. So in just thinking about like, what does this object look like? I was imagining a lighting element, and then I was thinking of a symmetrical speaker element, and that's really it. Like really it was just like, I think I just want some speaker grills. And so I bought the cheapest little speaker audio amp set on Amazon, and it sounds bad. So then I bought these little audio transformers, and they sound bad, not surprisingly. I had just hoped they would sound good enough, which was a foolish hope. So where we are now is, let me switch back over here. And I really might just abandon this and return all this stuff. I really might. because I just have this feeling that like I can see the speaker. I can see the struggle on the speaker. So let's try a couple easy low-hanging fruit things first. The easiest of all being the magic capacitor, which you probably shouldn't just, talked about this. Probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it. This is probably going to reboot the Pi and make everybody mad. And by everybody, I mean John Raspberry. That didn't make things better. Oof. I think I rebooted the Pi. Okay, I don't know if you can hear this nightmarish screeching. It's not good. Okay, I'm gonna say that was a poor choice. And now even removing the oof. That's the right channel. Oh my gosh, it sounds so bad. It's hurting my feelings. It sounds so bad. Did I actually plug that in the right place? Let's try this one. This feels hopeless. I mean, it was foolish to think like I could purchase the cheapest possible. How did just plugging in a capacitor there cause the end of the world? Can you hear that sound? It is truly nightmarish. Have I broken the Pi? It's possible. Did I break the Raspberry Pi? I'm gonna unplug the Pi. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I plugged it again. This time with the capacitor already plugged in. So I'm gonna just say maybe don't do that. Maybe don't just stick capacitors. That's the thing I do all the time though, but I think the Raspberry Pi doesn't like it, turns out. Let's see if the Raspberry Pi boots. Kind of is acting like it's gonna boot. What? Hook the capacitor up after today. Okay, it actually booted. I'm a little surprised. I thought. Okay, do I have any? I do have an annoying buzz. Ooh, bad. Okay, I mean, I think the actual real life answer is that these transformers are not the right transformers for the job. There's probably some Okay, I have really nothing else to try other than what is Oat's shield? Yeah, I mean certainly yes, when the speaker's mounted in an enclosure, it will aid the volume, but like there's just fundamental Like there's electrical problems at this point. Like it's weird. You can actually see it. I don't know. I'll turn this up all the way and just watch the face of the speaker kind of like glitch out. Pretty weird. But I thought that was the right channel also. Apparently it's not. Do I have something backwards? Oh, I do. Well, that's backwards. That's power. It feels like I have something backwards. Like it feels like it feels like when the robot is speaking, she's speaking while breathing in, like front left. You know. Got that vibe. That's supposed to be negative. Is it? That's on the negative. That's on the positive. So that's R negative, R positive. I wonder if that's really, that just doesn't seem right. I'm gonna switch it backwards. I feel like I have something reversed. Okay. Still bad. Like there's a point, like that's about as much amplification as I can get out of it. Which is not much. I mean, it's like, it's about halfway. No, it's like even less than halfway. I mean, I'll have two channels, so it'll be twice as loud, right? That's how math works. If we try to wire up the other channel, we need a million more jumpers. Okay, let's try it. So that would be, you could also try to just make it mono. Let's try that. Is that a wise choice or a poor choice? Let's try it. Okay, let's do this to here, because I don't need this doesn't need to be stereo, really. Why would I do that? Front, left, front, left, front, left, front, left. Okay, this is gonna be great because it's gonna buzz on two channels. Also, by the way, even now I still have buzz. So like, it's not like we've really. This has not been a major triumph. Okay, so now we need to get. Why am I always short? Jumper cables. Okay, so we need. That's irritating. Really? Really? Okay, these colors are bad, but I'm not going back to the living room. So these, and I think weirdly that this was like, that's hot. Certainly have something backwards. Where's the other speaker? Front, left, front, left. It's gonna be great. Well, twice the noise. And so frustrating actually, because it was fine when we powered it elsewhere, right? Is that true? I think that's a true statement. When we powered the amplifier independently, could we run the power for the board through one of these filters? Is that a thing you could do, or is that insanity? That's funny. I guess you don't actually need ground through there. So it would be something like this. But that seems weird. But maybe that's normal. That sounds like a nightmare. Okay, that sounds like I've done something wrong for sure. Am I just rebooting the Raspberry Pi over and over again? What's your problem? Oh, could I do it past the filter? Do it here? That'd be an interesting thing. What if I did that?
Front, left. Front, left. Left. Front, left.
Not good. Not good, everybody. What are we gonna do? What do we do? Options include throwing everything in the trash and never working on anything ever again. Sounds okay. What are you doing? You see that? It's just randomly. So there's definitely still garbage. Okay, but is this the thing where I'm supposed to have some kind of resistor between the resistor? It's like a resistor around the transformer. Like, look at this board. This board is using two of these, and there's clearly two resistors involved. Do you think they have the schematic? Can we tell by looking at the traces what is happening? What is connected to what? I mean, this is the thing essentially that we're trying to build, right? I think this is what we're trying to make. And there's certainly two resistors per channel. All right, let's ditch this channel for now because it's just hurting my feelings. But that's the circuit I want. I want that circuit. But it's just. It looks so simple on that little circuit board. Why can't I find it in real life? Is it you? I don't think so. Mega home. Like, this is just that thing I don't have an intuitive sense of at all. Right? Of like, oh yeah, just stick a resistor in here and we'll do this magical thing. Like I just don't. I mean, this looks like but that's what this is, a voltage divider, right? This is a 10-to-1 voltage divider. That's what's happening there, but that's not what we want. Right? Right? This is 2 diodes in series? Is that what that is? Oh boy. What do we do, everybody? This one doesn't have any resistors. I'm sure this is not a hard problem if you know what you're doing. Or maybe it is. I mean, maybe it is like, if you do know what you're doing, it's like, oh yeah, you're going about this all wrong. Like, this feels weird that I can't immediately find. I mean, unless you don't really, you're not really supposed to need any other components. So this is somebody saying, like, if you need a isolation transformer, yeah, that's for the, that would be for the power. I mean, there's a version of this. What would that look like? Let's just think about it for a second. What would it look like to, I mean, what do you have? You have like 2 DC power bricks inside the device. I don't know. Like, look at this. How does it work with the, like, what's going on in these Bluetooth speakers? Or sorry, these Bluetooth USB speakers that makes it okay? Like, what's in there? Why is their circuit good? Okay, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, so this, oopsie. Why do you do this? Why are you so bad? Why? Okay. So look at this old Tony. Like, I mean, you know, minus the face. It's me, this old Tony. I wish. If only, oh, what I would give to be this old Tony. Okay, so we could just do this and not deal with any of this crap. Did I just reboot the pie again? That'd be funny. That would be funny. Good grief. This pie just loves... Oh, did I pull too much power? We've done that before. I think I just rebooted it. God, these are such fragile little babies. Like tender infants. Okay, so I hate this. Let's go on the record. Have I broken the pie this time? Possibly. Doesn't look good. If I finally do it, I finally murder it. Okay, I'm fully unplugging it. The 3 amp power supply. That should be enough to power this stuff. Oh, right. There's that USB thing. Right. Okay, I don't know. We may have broken the pie, or at least killed the file system. There's that thing we gotta do, right? There's new firmware for this pie. Okay, we haven't killed it yet. Turn it select. Wait, what's going on? Osgursa. How's it going? Wait, is you mean heat? Is there a heat problem? What's going on around here? That would be really bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying heat was broken. I was like, oh no. It's just because it's not on. Because I'm using, this is whatever, the MDNS name. So the MDNS name will only be available if the host is up and running the MDNS service. I do. There's a little. This is a Raspberry Pi 2, and I'm angry at it. Okay, you terrified me for a minute. Okay, heat does seem to be working, because I haven't tested it lately. Okay. Whonix? No, I'm not even sure I've heard of Whonix. Sorry. A Privacy. Oh, I think I have actually heard of that. I've never used it though, so I don't think I could tell you anything. Terry Darch told me he's a professional expert. He's just a professional expert. That's what his business card says, which I think is a little weird for a business card to say that. Like, professional expert. Oh, are you okay? Is everything okay after the earthquakes? It's so terrible. I'm sorry I can't tell you anything about Kunix. And I don't want to tell you anything wrong. I know friends of friends in Afghanistan over the last few years have used like Tor and things like that, I think, but I don't want to tell you anything that's incorrect. I'm sorry to hear that. My partner's family is from Turkey, and so I've been following the news there, and it sounds so rough. I'm sorry. But there's another one. What was the a Tor gateway? So I don't know about this one. There is that like I can't remember what the other one was. There's some specific distro that is just like, maybe it was Tails. I mean, Hunix is right here on the list. Yeah, let's see. Can I make any like meaningful statement? Probably not. I just don't want to tell you anything incorrectly. Well, okay. I mean, that's fair, right? Yeah. Well, Edward Snowden says cubes and Unix, and if you're going to trust someone on security, maybe it's Snowden. I am curious about it. I'm sorry, I just don't have good... But this is like with a gateway, you're connected through it. Like could you? So do you want workstation? Would that be better? Like you could run Tor in Unix workstation. Gateway, I'm not so sure about. Like that to me, a gateway sounds like that would be like a device on your network that you're routing all traffic through. It sounds to, maybe. So are you thinking, is that almost like a pie hole? Like it just runs on your network and then you run all your traffic through it? I really don't have any experience with that. Maybe I should become a cyber criminal though. Although that's kind of weird because this implies it is on the system and not like an external device. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to just download the image and play with it a little bit, but I just can't give you like Yeah, a perfect security recommendation. I see. Interesting. So these are like run independently, but on the same machine. Is already pre-configured to use that. I mean, so it kind of seems like you just get a Unix workstation image. It is therefore recommended first start. Well, that's kind of confusing. Is there not just some image that does everything for you? Or can you do it with cubes? That's what Snowden said. Inside virtual machines. Huh. Good boy. But no. Seems tricky. No, you're welcome. I'm sorry I apologize. I don't have better information. I'm sort of surprised to see that there's not just like a really easy live CD or like a live bootable image creator. That seems a little weird. Doesn't that seem weird? I mean, that to me seems most secure, where it's just like, you know, like it's a live distribution where nothing is saved, nothing. I mean, maybe that's not ideal in some situations, but yeah, I mean, I guess if it were me and I was trying to figure it out, I would probably just start playing with it first, just try to find some guides or maybe some YouTube videos. But I'm sorry you have to deal with that. Okay. So we wanted to try to change this, right? And actually, okay, a couple things probably. Raspberry Pi update firmware. This is a 10-year-old Raspberry Pi almost. 9-year-old Raspberry Pi. So, yeah, of course, good luck. How do you, isn't there a little firmware updater app? It's this. But that, I mean, I don't know. This is old. How come sometimes right click to paste doesn't work? Oh. Raspberry Pi 2 update firmware. Can you? Oopsie. No space left on device. Oh, I am an overlay. Oops. Okay. Okay, that's why we haven't destroyed everything. Because I am an overlay. Kept thinking like, wow, I'm surprised we've like destroyed this so many times. No. I'm gonna brick it for sure. The reason I was very surprised that like, man, I've rebooted this a lot and we've yet to destroy the file system, and the file system is so sensitive on a Raspberry Pi. It was because I had overlay enabled already. Where is this? So that's on boot. So we have to this. I don't like this. It's going to take at least 2 reboots here. And we'll try to update that, and then we'll try to do the thing to give more power to the USB port. Come on, buddy. So overlay mode essentially gives you a read-only file system, and it can be a little insidious. So, you know, when you have just like whatever Internet of Things appliances around your house, you can just instantly power them off and power them on again, right? Because there's like, you don't have to worry about something bad happening on a file system or something. Obviously, with like your PC, your laptop, or whatever, you're always supposed to safely shut it down, not just pull power. I mean, that's a problem with Raspberry Pi though, because often you want to use a Raspberry Pi as if it were an appliance, like as if it were a little embedded machine, but you can't, because if you're just pulling power over and over again, which you kind of want to do to work with it, it's really easy to corrupt the file system, or worse. And so overlay FS is kind of like, it's a little weird to the rest of like, to, I think maybe to the, maybe not in kernel land, but basically in user land, anything that's trying to write to the file system, it just tells you like, oh yeah, you wrote it. It's there for sure. It's there. You definitely did it. Like, so you don't necessarily have to like create a system that is writing nothing. Although that used to be a thing. I'm explaining this poorly. The whole point is to have a read-only file system, basically. Used to be, you would have to like jump through hoops to make a read-only distribution where you could mount the file system read-only and not have the rest of the computer freak out because it couldn't save things, right? Like logging or whatever. Like you wouldn't have a million errors because you couldn't save files. This basically just lies and says like, yeah, you're saving things for sure. You absolutely are saving things, no problem. But in fact, it isn't. But sometimes I forget that I am in overlay FS and I try to make changes to the file system that don't stay. And then I feel like I'm losing my mind. But I'm not losing my mind. Okay, so we need to what? Whatever, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. You're not the boss of me. Even though you've told me don't do it. I just don't want to be in a scenario where I'm trying to use like boot config options that don't work anymore or whatever. Like this thing. Old firmware, current firmware. Oh shoot, we're gonna have to reboot again though. Ah, dang it. Okay. Because boot is still... Okay, sudo raspi config. It takes 2 steps to like fully unlock the system, annoyingly. Now I have to reboot again and wait a million years. And this is a Pi 2, so it's extra slow. That's the general idea. Like when I use Raspberry Pis for like installation projects for like Children's Museum or whatever, you don't, especially a thing that's going to travel to different museums around the country. You want to try to avoid complicated setup and shutdown, right? And you want to just be like, whatever, flip off the power switch, flip off the search restrictor, whatever. Like you don't want to have to require, if you can avoid it, that somebody boot up and shut down a computer. So this is just a way to avoid that. Raspberry Pis are so slow. It's so annoying. Definitely growing more and more anti-Raspberry Pi every day. Okay, so sudo reboot. But while we're at it, let's just do this thing. So is that in here? What was that called? Max USB current? That's not what I wanted. What? Really annoying. So this is on this page somewhere, but does that mean it's like collapsed inside something that I'll never find, or? Very irritating. Where is this? Where is this? Okay, whatever. I'm doing it. Wherever that was. Oopsie. Okay, so right, then we're gonna do the thing they said not to do. They're not the boss of me. What was it called? What are you called? Right, our pie update. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing it. Maybe I'll ruin it forever. This is just wishful thinking that some hardware update will somehow help me, or a kernel update or something. It's gonna like help me with audio issues, but I feel pretty. I know how I could ask. Oh, I could ask an expert. I wonder what they used. Probably is. I think I know the answer actually. Like, the easy answer would be just some good little... some little audio amplifier. Like some little... like for a boat or something. Yeah, so we're working on the like home automation system. And I want to incorporate audio into the enclosure, so I bought a really cheap amplifier and really cheap speakers. That's a PA50WX2. We could try to just buy a nicer... I don't know. I mean, these are basically one of those 4 ohm 3 watts. That's what these are, right? Yeah. Just a problem I have a lot, or that, not a lot, but I run into relatively frequently, let's say, issues of like audio amplification issues that are annoying. What chip is that? I don't want, it doesn't need to be Bluetooth though. That's not what I want. I mean, I really am a little surprised that it wasn't just a little easier to find just a little kit with some speakers of reasonable quality. But the problem, the reality here is that you start to get into prices once you've bought the speaker and the amplifier and all the whatnot, that you should just buy a USB. Let's see. What is it? Apt-get update? You should just buy USB speakers. So I don't know. I'm feeling pretty discouraged about my current audio setup. I'm just trying to do it as inexpensively as possible, but that's how you end up with bad audio, I think, is our takeaway for the day. It's just so hard to find them. Like, it's really hard to find a Raspberry Pi right now. You don't have one? You're trying to get one? I think for most people, a Pi 3B is, if you can find a 3B, is fairly reasonable. They're just all so hard to find at the moment. Yeah, they're just so hard to find, unfortunately. Like, you can use this site, this RPI locator, but so often the prices are so inflated. Like in the US, even, it's hard to find them. So there were a bunch of, those are 3As. But, you know, if you just try to buy one, they're going to be like scalper prices, basically, unfortunately. When's the last time was there Pi 4? Some in Australia a week ago. They're just almost impossible to find. So there was just that video of Life is Yours Best Friend. There was the Linus Tech Tips video of like Raspberry Pi alternatives, because they're almost impossible to find, is the truth. Where is that video? Didn't you just have? Okay, here it was 10 days ago. Seems so long. So there are some alternatives. There are like the Orange Pi, Banana Pi, all of those. They're not going to be as well supported. Oof. Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, unless you already have access to a Raspberry Pi, it's going to probably be hard to get a Raspberry Pi. So this video lists some alternatives. My personal recommendation, I just don't know what the availability would be to you, is instead of a Raspberry Pi, just get a very inexpensive, like what I would get, and I just don't know if this would be available to you at all, is something like this. These basically mini PCs that were like used or refurbished, you know, corporate mini PCs. You'd have to do a little shopping to look around and make sure they were reasonable. Like the Wise ones are quite underpowered. I would prefer one that had an actual Intel chip. These would be like a thin client. So this is a Dell Wise, for example. You have to be aware, though, they have really weak processors. I mean, probably not weaker really than a Raspberry Pi, but they can be very inexpensive if you can find them. A step up from this would be like an HP Elite Desk kind of thing. So this is one with an i5 6500. It's an older chip, but it's like, it's 8 gig of memory. Does it have storage? This has no hard drive, so you have to buy a hard drive separately. This has... They're basically just small PCs. So this is what I have for just like a little server. And like if you just try to buy a Raspberry Pi 4, it would probably cost more than this. So it's worth looking around. Just so these are basically mini PCs or thin clients that were like corporate, you know, that like big companies had, and so sometimes they're in huge lots. I just don't know if that's something you'd easily be able to have access to, you know. I don't have experience with these Wise machines from Dell, the Wise thin clients, but I often see them come up as people discussing alternatives to Raspberry Pis. I can't say personally because I've never used them, but I can say personally, like these little HP Elite Desks has worked quite well. Yeah, I guess I don't know. If there's some seller that would, I mean, yeah, I get the shipping would probably be crazy if it wasn't. I wonder if I can search by. I'm gonna search by location. Do you use eBay in Turkey, or is there some other popular auction site? There may also be, if you can order from China, there may be some like mini PC on AliExpress. But they're not super inexpensive. These B-Links, for example, little mini PCs. These are really modern processors. Is something. Let's see what's in this. It might be a Celeron or something though. But these are modern machines. Oh gosh, I wish I could be more helpful. I just don't know that I have great suggestions here. A Raspberry Pi is really hard to get right now, unfortunately. So there are these cheap little mini PCs from China. They're also very they're slow. They're definitely slow. So to me, if you could find a used thin client kind of thing like this, might be wise. Wise, get it? Okay, what were we doing? We were trying to, so we added our audio thing. While we're at it, let's just do all this stuff. This isn't going to help anything. This is wishful thinking that I'm trying to think if I had, we did get that like pure, the thing we had for, the thing we had for the musical chair. Okay, good luck. I hope you're able to find something that's useful to you. It's also possible, I wondered if there is like there may be some. I've not been into this world at all, but I do know that there are like security focused operating systems for Android. So if you could find an old Android phone, you might be able to find an operating system for an old phone that you could use instead. I can't really speak to the security of it or if any of these are any good. It's just something I've seen before. So it might be worth looking into. But I don't know if this is like as secure. This might just be kind of like privacy focused. I don't know if it's like, browse through Tor kind of levels of security. You can get a Tor browser for Android. Mobile Tor. Where do you get Tails? No. Like, I wonder if there is just some, like, Android. Heard of Lineage. I thought that was really just to be able to use old stuff. I haven't really heard of it as like super privacy focused. But none of these mention Tor. Huh. There's the Tor browser if you're interested in VPNs. Calyx Rise Up. So, Calyx OS. Sure, there's some Reddit threads about this, especially like threads from a year or two ago in Afghanistan, like people discussing that's maybe where I would look, just to see if you can find some, just, now they've had a few years of, if you can find information about it. Okay, so that's upgrading. So I don't know. I'm pretty torn on this. Like, two schools of thought currently in my mind. I think we return this stuff. I really hope it's helpful. I definitely wish you good luck. I'm glad you're safe. Okay, so that's that Sam Pam. Like, I just don't think this is gonna help, Like, unless I'm somehow able to just it just seems really silly to like power it twice just to have the power separate. Here's the thing, though. Okay, so like why isn't this working? Where's our speaker test?
Front, left, front, right, front, left, front, right, front, left.
Like, those sound great.
Right,
They sound really good.
left, front,
Certainly adequate for my needs.
left, front, right, front, left, front.
I don't know why
Front,
we don't have
left,
MIDI, though.
Front, right.
Possibly in the process of like upgrading stuff, I've killed something. Feels possible, perhaps even likely. So, okay, I guess here's the takeaway of that. It is possible, it's definitely possible to get clean power. So unplug this, plug this in. Or like a clean signal with power from the Pi, I should say. So what's our current status here? Is everything falling apart? Okay, the power for the board. So if we got that power elsewhere, like say, well, what if I tried to get it from a USB port? Would that make any difference at all? It's hard to believe that it would. I'm kind of nervous about messing with the power, the Pi power, while we are doing updates. This is a poor choice I'm about to make. I'm about to make a poor choice. Let's just be honest about that. Maybe I won't make this choice just because I can't find one more wire to make it. Okay, I found the wires. I want to make the poor choice. So okay, should I do this? Probably not. Probably not, but I'm gonna. Okay, here goes. Did we break the Pi? Seems like we didn't.
Front, left,
It's actually still pretty buzzy, even
front, left,
even with that other power.
front, left, front, left, front, left.
Oof. Uh-oh. Did I break it?
Front, left, front, left, front, left, front, left, front, left, front, left, front, left.
Okay, I'm gonna plug this in, and this may be a bad idea. Please don't break. Okay, it sounds terrible already.
Front, left, front, left,
Man,
front, left.
I think it's just a little hopeless. I mean, with this with this particular device, and I mean, obviously, it's a problem that you could just throw money at.
Front, left, front, right, front.
But it would be way easier to just say, forget it. Let's just not have
Front, right,
speakers
front,
inside the device. So that's what I'm leaning towards.
right, front, left, front, right, front, left, front, right, front, left, front, right.
Thanks, Robot. I like that song. It's called the Front Left Front Right song. Okay. What are you doing? Why? Why would you change the exposure? Why would you change the gain? Why are you like this? I don't know. Smash it. Let's just smash everything. I just don't want to deal with it, you know? And if it was like, anytime I've had important audio, I've just purchased some separate little amplification device, powered it independently. Just worried about the thing. So the one thing that is really giving me pause is the fact that these USB speakers sound okay, even though they're clearly powered in the same way. So they're doing something inside these speakers that does it. I guess that's true. I have not tried another PSU, so Do I want to use a really good one, or do I just want to use this one that's already sitting on my desk? I think you know the answer. Just use one sitting on my desk. They look very similar. In fact, okay, they're not identical. Do we have? Okay, yeah. So we appear to be booting. So I don't know. I really am torn on this. Like, half of me is like, okay, we're just gonna keep banging our head against this audio problem, spending more money and whatever. The other half of me is like, this is not even the point of this. Right? This is not even the point. And we have audio out. It sounds fine. So why? Why are you like this? Because I can't help it. That's why. Okay, so...
Front, left, front.
Oopsie. What happened? Why aren't you front lefting, front righting? What happened? You're powered, right? What did I do? We're not using the little transformer more than meets the eye. We have power. Front, left, front, right. I can tell it's not working because it's not buzzing. That's my hint. Power, you're powered. You're going there to there. Plug it in elsewhere. Oh, I had it turned all the way down.
Front,
Oh,
left,
good heavens.
front, left. Front, left,
Okay,
front,
that's with external power and it's okay. Now let's try it with this power. Instantly terrible. That's without the transformer. Let's try it with the transformer. I'm not hopeful, but let's just try it. Did I just mess up the pie? We gotta put our overlay FS back on before I cause some damage. Okay, I have a weird cable whine.
front, front, left, front, left,
Bad. Not good.
front,
Okay. What are we doing? That's not how you type that at all. Overlay file system. Okay, I think like this is we've spent multiple streams trying to get this to work now, right? Like, I think it's just not a good use of my time. Having already spent this time, there's definitely like some sunk cost fallacy going on in my head. And I'm like, oh, but if I've already spent this much time, I should just spend more time. And then it'll all be worth it. But like, in terms of the quality of the speaker, the quality of the amps, like, shoot, did I do that correctly? I wasn't actually paying attention. Overlay file system, enable that, boot, yes, finish. Okay, let's restart that. I meant to restart it, I didn't, oops. It's just frustrating, like, certainly there's something going on inside those USB speakers that is working. that is working for me. I guess it feels weird to return this because I already soldered headers on it. It's like somebody's gonna get some free headers. So congratulations. But just not happy. And we got some kind of results from the Transformers, but not, I wouldn't say good results. So, okay, well, I think it was good for me to play with it. But I think I'm gonna stick with my, like, the rule of thumb that you just don't cheap out on audio, right? It's just more trouble than it's worth. It's just harder than it's worth. I still want a solution, right? Like, long term, I want a go-to solution for, hey, this is how we're gonna add audio to projects. For bigger projects, it's easy because it's just get a little amplifier in there and you're good. But for smaller projects, it feels like that. It just feels like a thing you should be able to do. It's kind of surprising that there's not some. I mean, is this better? That works incredibly well with the Raspberry Pi. Is that true? I'm telling the truth. I mean, that's GPIO. Do they just do the thing that does like GPIO? Oh, you can do this. You can set your audio. It's I2S. Oh. It's not a mono amplifier. Is it powered? It appears to be powered. Well, I mean, except for the part where the power's not plugged in. Okay, it's just a demo. So I2S. How do you do this? Like, how do you have to configure your Pi to get Interesting. Okay. That's funny. Okay, so wait, Pi Zero doesn't have audio? Is that true? Or is it like only over HDMI? Maybe that's how I did it. I feel like I've done that. So do I have to do... What do I have to do here? Well, that's dumb. Can you like... Can you force mono? What? Why is there a PDF? Can I not? Channel map. That's annoying. Oh, this almost seems good, but now it also seems dumb and annoying. Just get this instead. Need hats. Where's the hats section? Hats. I've seen a fair number of those audio hats. Where's the audio hat? Hello? Audio hat, please. Annoying. I don't explicitly have an audio amplifier section. This is a stereo version. Is that the same thing, but just stereo? But this is not I2S. No. Look at that fancy pants. So is that really the only... That's irritating. Mono amp, super simple, slimline. So I was almost sold on that that little hat. Why? Well, that's with a DAC. Is that? But these are mono, right? And so it's fair to assume that there would be the same annoying problems. And I didn't see an obvious way to so it's this one. I mean, that feels like a thing that should be solvable in software. I don't know though. Like channel remap. That's core audio. So that's Mac. That's too bad. Like it's almost okay. There's this little weirdo. Now we're at $20. Is that actually good though? I don't know. Am I just gonna get angry again? To Mike. It's just like once you're at $20, you're at like, just buy some USB speakers. I just don't know. There is that thing. These that are Audio focused. Not cheap though. And it's essentially like a Raspberry Pi that is audio focused. $200. That's no way. No way. Okay, so our options include getting hit in the face with a tomato. Doesn't it seem weird there's just not a good obvious choice for this? Doesn't this just seem like it's something that should be like, oh yeah, that's how you do that. Oh, this delicious ketchup I'm eating. Like this little cutie pie, is this good? I don't mind. It's okay. It means that heat is working. So that's good news. I gotta update heat. I mean, we gotta. Okay, let's check. Anything new on the Cloudflare Q's beta Discord? What's the hottest news on the Cloudflare? Okay. No real sense of when it's going to come out. Oh, really? That's cool. I want to see. What a nightmare. I mean, it's just what you'd expect. It's actually, there's at least some real things. I'm impressed. Like, some people managed to coordinate a Clippy. Oh, that's great. Cool. How did you tie heat into mouse clicks? I tried it with like whatever it's called. There's a robot JSON module. It's very brave of you to just let chat click on your, like, drive your mouse, right? Okay, I'm torn here. This is very cute. It's very cute. Oh, I see. I'd used whatever it is, robot.js, where you could just like write a Node.js application to control everything, which is weird. I was like letting people control my computer a little bit. Drag? No, because didn't we talk about this? Somebody asked about it. It's the issue with like the issue with that is like drag is a Siri event thing, right? Because you have mouse down, mouse drag, mouse up. So ideally, you have to send 3 events and coordinate those 3 events. And so there's state that matters, right? Like you need to know if someone's mouse is down to drag and whatnot. So like, and you need to be able to like, that's like continuously sending, you know, a drag is there's an event every, whatever, tick, frame, whatever, that updates the coordinates. And so both because of throughput of that and because of like state, I don't do that. You could cheat it though with like tracking users and just look for 2 clicks in a row as an A to B to draw lines. Yeah, but you know, state that state is all encapsulated in one message, right? Whereas a drag takes 3 messages that you have to coordinate, and a drag updates continuously, like more rapidly than I'd want to update. But you could definitely do a thing where you just let somebody like alt click to start a line, shift click to end, or just click to start, click to stop. So you could emulate line drawing with a down and an up, but a drag would be tricky. And it's probably just way more data. I mean, it'd just be like orders of magnitude more data. You know, I only let a click I only allow 4 clicks per second, but drag events are like whatever, 60 frames per second. I don't know. I mean, they could be lower frequency, but then they're not very useful. It means your drag is only updating once every 4 seconds. And, you know, also you have a long... Heat has poor latency anyway. I mean, but at that point, like, why even bother with the drag? Like, just make it where you can click a point A and point B and draw a line between them. I don't think drag... Once you lower the resolution of a drag enough, like, you're kind of just like A to B clicking anyway. Oh, the little robot up there. It's so I can know that audio is working, because Windows is so terrible that it loves to just every once in a while, like every 5 or 10 streams or something, just mess with my audio inputs, and then I'll start a stream and not realize that my audio isn't working. So this lets me just know that I'm always aware if audio is working or not. It's just a silly band-aid for how bad Windows is. Although I think once I didn't notice anyway, and I still kept talking. I don't know, everybody. I really don't. I'm pretty annoyed by all this stuff. Like, I could see this. I feel like it costs too much, frankly. Cute. Like, it's so funny that the USB device... Oh, that's no speaker, that's why. I see. Oh, I think alert is VIPs only. Is that, unless it's broken. Is it working? Okay, it works. Wait, how come I didn't get your alert? Life is yours. Why didn't I get your alert? Oh, because you're... I think it's that weird thing that when you become a mod, you're no longer a VIP. Is that stupid thing? Oh no, wait, so our alert's not working? It's not good. Well, Ben's important. Oh, right, okay, it has to be the beginning of the line. Okay, I forgot. Everything's okay. Wait, where did Ben come from? Ben really knows how to make an entrance. He's just always lurking in the shadows, playing Dungeons and Dragons like a weirdo. Okay, I don't know. I truly don't know what to say. Like, I was like 99% sold on this thing as being the thing that I want. Wait, not this one. The one we wanted was $5. What happened to the... Wait a second. Weren't we looking at a $5 device? Yeah, this. What's this? That's just the amplifier, not the DAC. So this is a DAC and an amplifier. It's kind of crazy. This chip is both the DAC and the amplifier, but it's so cute. All right, see you later, Kages. Okay, I was almost sold on this as like, hey, this is the thing. This is what I've been looking for. This is what I've been waiting for my whole life. And then we got halfway through the documentation and we got through all of this garbage. Why? What is this fat DAC? L and R. That looks weird. Those are weird pins. Pirate audio. I really don't need a display though. Didn't we see one that didn't have a display? Or is that just what this little shim is? But that shim is mono. And I don't want to like, man, why's everything so annoying? Mono. I thought we saw a stereo pirate. Is that not a true statement? Well, what is this? What is this? Where's this? Wait, what? Me too? What do you mean, me too? Oh, you're going to the store? You're going to buy yogurt? Why hasn't this come up in any searches? Oh, it doesn't have speakers with it. Oh. Misleading. And these are 3 watt 4 ohm. It's funny because that's what I have right over here. 3 watt 4 ohm, $2. Is this what I want? What is this port? Also, why don't you come with... Wait, do you already have... How does that work? I'm confused by what this comes with. Look how cute this is. Oh, adorable. It's cute as all hell. What size are those capacitors? Are the 2 giant capacitors in there? What is this? Is that for power? Okay. Well, I want that. So, what's a hat hacker? What was that? Oh, it like pops the pins out sideways or something? I don't want that. I mean, I kind of want this. Kind of. That speaker bonnet. Am I just setting myself up for more sadness and disappointment? Probably am. Okay, where's your... I feel like once we get to I'm skipping straight to Raspberry Pi setup. Okay. No mono audio. And some 2017 Raspbian build. Well, I don't use that anyway, so who cares? Well, how much shipping if I get it from Adafruit? $7 billion. So I'd want some 4 ohm 3 watts, right? Or do I want an 8 ohm 1 watt? What is this one? I mean, this is 3 watts. I see. Closed speaker sets. Out of stock. Great. How much is this from DigiKey? You know, I gotta say that little robot is cute, but a little misleading. But which is fine. Just funny that the little speaker eyeballs are purely aesthetic, right? Because the speakers are actually on the side. But it's very cute. This is a very cute little fellow. Look at that little stick vise. I want one of those. They're just... do like them. Just feel like they cost too much. They're nice, but like... why do they cost that much? Because everything on Earth is too expensive? They're very cute. Would they make my life better? Eh. I don't know. Okay, so what are we doing? I don't really want those speakers though. It's the thing. So you can't buy this on DigiKey? Or can you? Let's get it from Amazon. Problem is, Amazon just doesn't have the same speakers, seemingly. The, what? Here. Like, the same cheap speakers that Adafruit has. Do I want 4 ohm, 3 watt versus 8 ohm, 1 watt? Yeah, I could go. So, could I do? I feel like these all cost more than they should in their Tiny. It's annoying that it has like this set of individual JST connections on that. I could just solder some. I'm honestly unclear about what comes with this though. It just feels weird to me that there's not those same little 3-inch speakers. I mean, I guess it's this, but it's dramatically more expensive. But I guess like if you account for shipping. I basically never order straight from Adafruit just because it's costly. I feel like I have an account here probably, right? Seems like a thing I would have. They're really not? That seems surprising. I know you're just looking at my wrist. I know it's very exciting. Just, where's my phone? I thought I just heard a vibration. Okay, so, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, this is totally unrelated, but my beautiful screwdriver shipped. That's the first good news I've had in who knows how long. Let's just take a minute to look at my beautiful screwdrivers. Wow, I almost showed my address on stream. Couldn't do that. You're gonna love these. You'll love this. Oh, they're so beautiful. I got, the Philips could be more beautiful. I will. But the slotted, oh, good heavens. They're just so beautiful. Look at these screwdrivers. Where's the thing? Look at those. Look at how gorgeous the slotted screwdrivers are. They're so beautiful. Very excited about these. The Philips, cute, but it's not the same. Oh. I got them on sale for Black Friday, and I've been waiting my entire life for them to arrive. Okay, that's very dark. Okay, what are we doing? Maybe I don't have an Adafruit account. Okay, I'll make one. I mean, probably what happens is every time I think I want one, I start to, I see what the shipping is, and I'm like, no thanks. Is shipping going to be $7 billion? Ugh. Oh my gosh. Cheapest shipping, UPS around $14. So I could ship it with priority mail. Sorry, not priority mail, just first class mail. No delivery estimate, no tracking, no anything. Maybe it comes, maybe it doesn't. That's $7.30. So that ends up being $24, $25. Whereas if I got it from Amazon, which I don't like to do, but I just don't understand why these speakers are so expensive. These 3-inch speakers. Okay, let me try to close everything that has my address on it. Let's see. Didn't I say I was going to give up on the audio? I guess I said I'm going to give up on this current amplifier and whatnot. Okay, so actually, just out of curiosity. Okay, so these are 2-inch speakers. This is what I have. They're very small. It was $10 for 2, which I guess is not a very different price than that. They're just so much cheaper straight from. So this feels like a $20 venture at minimum, right? So it's just kind of a question of how big of a speaker I want. The thing that's lame is I actually I think I'd be fine with mono for this. I could also just fake it. I mean, this certainly makes life easier to just. We still have this whole problem of what I'm going to do with the lights, which I've made weird decisions about. This is just a bummer because it's like these 2 speakers and the bad amplifier we already have, which is a bad amplifier, given, is only $11. But it's $10 just for the speakers. I mean, I have JST headers that we could just plug in. Huh. Welcome back. I'm still just being indecisive about speakers. So I'm interested in this little I2S hat, and it's not terribly expensive. It's not a bargain, but this little dummy. Which, is this just this? This max, like what's the amplifier on this? This is for the MIDI, like whatever little sculptural piece I do for the MIDI home control. Just trying to come up with an audio amplification solution that I don't hate. And I already tried the cheapest possible route, which just, I ended up like, you know, it gets more expensive as you go. Well, we could go this route. I mean, I think I paid $10 for these 2 speakers anyway, so I could just keep these speakers. If I wanted. I don't understand this though. Okay, so this seems like it's not Pi ready. Like, even though it's a Raspberry Pi bonnet, it is not soldered to, you know, the double row female headers, which I don't think I have. Unless that's what this is. Is this 2-row? It doesn't seem that way. It seems like a single row. Like, which is pretty misleading because it looks like they just cut and pasted this here. Each order comes as a fully tested PCB with a 20 by 20 header and 2 terminal blocks. Sorry, 2 by 20 header. So you do have to solder that. But that doesn't... Is it just possible that that photo is so perfect? That doesn't look... This doesn't look 2 by 20 to me, I guess is my statement. Push button. I like those buttons. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. Do I try to get this going on a Pi Zero? I don't want to. It takes a lot more adapters to use USB and whatnot. No, you still get your 5-volt. What do we think? So I'm prepared to say this is not a terrible purchase. It's just a question of what speakers do we want to go with it. This is the easy answer. I definitely don't like the shape of them, but there's no real reason that our grills could be false. Or we just use the speakers that I already have. This one wasn't that one. Which one did we get? That weirdly came with 2 little amplifiers that I don't like. I mean, I kind of just want to return it just because I don't like it. Well, now I can't find it. View my history. Oh, I'm going to show something inappropriate. Pretty boring. So it was this, right? Or was something like this? Those aren't the speakers, though. I mean, it was like this, but it wasn't this. It was this is the one I got. That's basically the price of the speakers. That's how cheap those amplifiers are. So like, I could just keep these. Well, I definitely want to return those, what's its face? The Transformers. Trying to picture exactly how I'd want to. Okay, I think I'm gonna get it. I want that solder sucker. I want that cool USB soldering iron binary showed me. Okay, save for later. Wait, what happened to all my other save for later stuff? Like my... Oh. Like my little fume fan that I should definitely get. Little fume extractor. It's not the one I wanted though, right? But I thought you could just get the Koto one. I thought there was basically this without the snozzle. You know? A little snozzle nozzle. But from the same brand. Just visit the Koto store. Look at that Koto solder sucker. But I really thought they had... I like that yellow silicone mat. That's cool. I'd love to learn more about Koto. Yeah, this one. Just this little, the little guy that doesn't have the elephant nose. Where did that go? That's a cute little... Very fancy. It was there just a few days ago, and now it's gone. Oh no, wait, what? Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. I watched South Park a little bit like 25 years ago. It blows my mind that it still exists. Seems weird that it's still on at all. Why? Why is it still around? Seems weird. Okay, anyway, we're getting distracted. I've seen things on South Park that were funny, I feel like, but I don't really watch anything on purpose. Okay, so I've gotten distracted again. What was I doing? We were gonna check out. I'll say that for later. Is this really the solution to all my problems? Interested in the I2S. We saw that recently for something. Was it MIDI? I can't remember. Can't believe my Tool Lady tools are finally coming. So exciting. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Will I regret it? Probably. We'll just choose the speakers we already have. They're not an unreasonable size. Oops. And then the whole question is like, what do we do about the lighting situation? This little goofball, this little Fruit Loop. I think we just say we're gonna have a Raspberry Pi 2040 in there. Right? Is that what we're gonna say? I think it is. We have to program it. I don't really want to. Okay, I think that's enough for today. I'm gonna go breathe some air. It's in the snow, maybe. Go walk in the snow. Still haven't made the credits overlay on anything. Really not doing a lot lately. Thank you. Life is yours for hanging out. Carry your darts. Draklin, Miki, Kagez, Tyrone, Osgursa. Sorry if I'm not saying that correctly. And of course, Ben lurking in the shadows. Thanks for hanging out. And I don't know quite what to do next. I mean, as far as we've got to finish some projects probably. We definitely need to finish the scoreboard before the end of this month. Is that possible? I don't know. What, are you crying? What do you want? Okay, what do you want? Tell me the content you want. You name it. What's your content? Content where I clean my office? Because it's been a mess in here for like a month and a half. It's not ranking. Those are just the credits. It's just the credits. They're not in order. Pretzel Ross is the real hero, for sure. Is the real champion. We can make coffee with the AeroPress. It's fun. This new coffee smells a little funny though. Okay. Life is yours. I've missed you. What should I stream? Tell me what to stream. You're a Twitch expert. You've been around the block. How do I get $1 million on Twitch? What's the secret? This? You like it? Okay. What level of complaining? Like on a scale of 1 to 10 million. And I'm normally at about a 9 million in terms of how much complaining I do. Where I feel like I did okay today. I didn't complain too much today. Okay. Should I scream more? Should I make the face? Should my thumbnail always be this? Look how white my crown is. That one crown that looks so white makes the rest of my teeth look yellow. I should paint that crown. My YouTube videos, I don't even bother really. I spend like 1 to 5 seconds just picking a thumbnail, and that's why nobody watches my YouTube videos. But why would they watch them anyway? I was actually thinking it would be kind of funny to just totally use AI generated YouTube thumbnails and not even really think about it. Just like give it a description and then see whatever nightmare comes out of Stable Diffusion. Okay, so does this work? Something's wrong. Why is the pie not pet? Okay, I'm leaving. Life is yours. You're the best. I will see you all. See you all later. And yeah, we'll stream tomorrow. Find something to do. Okay, goodbye, friends.